Hello my chickens, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm doing a full glam makeup tutorial using the Royal Peach palette by Kylie Cosmetics. I'm really excited to see how this goes because I haven't even swatched it yet. So I'll be doing a short review in this video as well to give you guys a little idea of my opinion. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. So I just primed my eyes off camera. I don't know why I did that before reviewing the palette because now I'm looking really weird. But anyways, let's review the palette. So first impression, I think the packaging is really nice. It's nice and heavy. It feels expensive. The other Kylie palettes were really light and packaging did feel a little bit cheap, but I do think this one is a lot better. And of course, this one comes with a mirror, so I'm sure everyone's going to be happy about that. Okay, I was going to say my first impression on the colors, but I got distracted by the smell. So I've been smelling this palette for like a whole minute now, trying to figure out what that smells like. It kind of smells a little bit chemically. I don't know if it's the packaging or if it's the actual eyeshadows, but some eyeshadows, like all these ones here, don't smell, but for some reason these ones do smell like really gross. A lot of eyeshadows that I am obsessed with do smell quite weird or smell like kids' makeup, but they work so well. So I don't think that's really anything to be worried about. People just like to find things to really bash Kylie's brand, so they make a big deal out of something that's not really a big deal. So my first impression on the colors were it looks a little bit messy just because of this blue slapped in the middle, and I would like if there was a darker shade so it can darken up the look, but I guess the whole purpose of this is to be like the Royal Peach palette. So the Royal's coming in with this beautiful blue and this nice rich gold, and then all of the peachy colors in here as well. So let's go ahead and swatch them and see how they go. I'm really intrigued to see how this blue goes. So that's the first color. Oh my god. Oh, that feels so buttery. I was not expecting that. Okay, let's go in and swatch this coppery shade down the bottom. Oh, that feels a little bit chalky. I think because there's like kind of thicker glitters in this one. Like it's not so much a shimmer, it's more of like a chunkier glitter. It does feel a little bit scratchy. I'm going to swatch this green one. See, that feels a lot smoother and a lot more like buttery. And it definitely looks like less glittery. It just looks like a nice sheen. So I just went ahead and swatched them all on my arm, as you can see right here. And it's really confusing because some of the colors in here are really pigmented. The ones that I think really stand out are like this really shimmery copper shade. This blue is really nice. This matte brown down here, but this one here, like the peachy pink color, is kind of patchy and powdery and a little bit dry. So I do think the formulas in this palette are a little bit inconsistent, but that's what's going to happen if you have like matte shimmers and really chunky glittery eyeshadows. So overall, I am pretty impressed with the quality of the formula in here, and I guess we're just going to have to see how they go on the eye. The brush that comes with the palette actually looks like just a typical blending brush. It looks really good. So the first shade that I'm going to take is this one right here, which reminds me a lot of the Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie. So I'm just going to start by putting this into my crease as the transition shade. And first impression, they are going on beautifully. It's always so hard to tell if an eyeshadow palette's good just from swatching them on your arm. It's always better to go in on your eye and see how they go there, but so far all of the matte shades in the Kylie Jenner palettes have been really good and consistent. So the black eyeshadow brush right here is what I usually use to blend out my eyeshadow. I would say that the Kylie Cosmetic one is really long, like all the hair is really long on there, so it is a little bit harder to blend out the edges. I would definitely prefer this one. And let's be real, she probably doesn't use these brushes herself. The next shade I'm going to take is this warm brown right here. I'm just going to go in with the colors that I would typically use if I was just like playing around with a palette. I love my warm shades. So this one's just going in the crease as well, but I'm not going to bring it up as high. With this little shader brush from that same Kylie brush kit, I'm just going to pack this brown shadow on the outer corner of my eye. This brush is really good at packing color on. Now taking some MAC Pro Longwear Concealer on a little angled brush, I'm just going to create a little cut crease from the inner corner to halfway to my eyelid, just because I love doing cut creases. Then of course just painting my inner corner with a bit of concealer. Okay, so the next shade I'm going in with is this one right here. I thought it would tie in perfectly with the peach theme that we have going on, and I'm also going to put this blue on my lower lash line, I'm pretty sure. Just so it's like the classic Kylie Jenner Royal Peach palette look. Okay, so let's go ahead and pack this on the lid. I know I do this all the time, but I feel like it needs a little bit of a pop of glitter because it is quite matte. So I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay glitter liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy, and I'm just going to line where I created that cut crease. I'm just going to take it into about halfway. I feel like this palette is really missing a dark shade to darken up any eye look. This is the darkest color in the palette, so I'm going to have to take a different shade. This is from Makeup Geek. I'm just going to pack a little bit of this darker brown on the outer edge right here, because I really tried to pack up that other color to make it really dark, but it wasn't dark enough. Don't forget to blend the two shades together. I'm just slightly going over the transition so it's nice and smooth. Okay, finally let's move on to the skin. So I'm going to start with the Benefit the Professional Primer. I just have the little baby one right here. So this one is just going in my cheek area right here to fill in any pores, and also in my laugh lines because I always get foundation seeping in there. Next product I'm taking is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I do have really dry skin, so I love anything that's going to really add moisture to my skin. This is nice and rich, so it feels incredible. For foundation today, I'm taking the Dior Air Flash, and I have the shade 300. So I'm just going to go in and apply it with a, just a little synthetic brush. Make sure you shake it up, and oh, this does get a little bit messy, but it is a really nice formula. So just going to do half my face at a time. This has really nice medium to full coverage. I would say that it is a little bit too light for me at the moment. I do have a bit of tan on my neck, but we can just use a bit of bronzer to warm it all up so it all matches. Oh, it's so cold when it goes in the face. It feels amazing. Now for concealer, I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I have the shade Porcelain, which is going to be really light, so I'm not going to take that shade. Instead, I'm going to take the Bare Minerals Concealer in the shade Light. This one isn't as pale, and we're just going to cancel out any discoloration under the eyes. Oh, this just glides on. How you doing, girl? How you doing? And of course, hun, go into town and blend that out. I'm just using a beauty blender and dabbing it on. Everyone laughs at me for how fast I do this. Now to set that concealer down, I'm taking my Airspun powder and I'm just going to bake underneath my eyes. So just patting away any creases and going straight in. I haven't used this in so long, there's like hardly any left, so I've got to grab some, but they don't sell it in Australia, so I don't know where to get it from. To add a bit of colour back into my face, I'm going to take the Benefit Hello Flawless in the shade Honey, and I'm just going to pack this all over with a really dense kabuki brush. And as you can see here, it's a little bit darker than my face, so it's just going to add a hint of colour and coverage. Now it's time for the lower lash line, so I'm going to start by taking this shade down here, and I'm going to run it from outer corner all the way to inner corner. This colour is literally everything. Now for mascara, I'm going to take the Balm What's Your Type mascara. I absolutely love this stuff. Now I'm just going to take this white eyeliner from Stila, and I'm just going to line my waterline so my eyes are nice and bright and big and open. Now it's time for lashes to make the eyes pop, so I'm taking these ones from Lilly Lashes in the style Goddess. They're absolutely stunning. Okay, so I'm just going to get a little mirror, a look down, and place it as close as I can to my lash line. Moving on to contouring the face, I'm going to take the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. I haven't used this in so long, so I'm just going to take a little bit on an angled brush, tap it off, and just put it right under my cheekbones. And then to warm up the face, I'm going to take this Rimmel Sunshimmer 3-in-1 bronzer in Gold Princess, and I'm going to pick up these two shades right here and use it as a bronzer. So I'm just taking it on a really big fluffy brush. And we're going to work this in, huns. I'm also going to take this along my hairline as well, just so it all kind of comes together. Wow, we are definitely bronzed now. Okay, so to clean up this bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Transparent. If you guys watch my videos, you would know that I'm obsessed with this stuff. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush and run it under my contour so we can clean it up a little bit. I always bring my bronzer and everything down a little too fast. So this is just like an easy way to really clean it up in literally 2 seconds. I literally haven't used this product in so long, so for blush today, I'm going to go in with the Balm LouManizer blush. It is very shimmery. It's pretty much like a pink highlight. So I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks. Oh, I love it. I love it! Now it's time for highlights. So, oh, hell no, it's closed. I always start by spraying my brush with some MAC Fix Plus to make the highlight really intense. And then I'm going to go in with the Nars Albatross highlighter. It is very light and it's definitely going to show up. So let's do this. The brush that I'm using is an Anastasia A23. It is the best highlighter brush ever. Look how intense this is. I'm also going to put this on the tip of my nose. Cupid's. Oh my god, that just went all in my eyeball. Oh my god, do you know what I just realized? I was supposed to do the blue on the lower lash line. That probably wouldn't even match, so would it? See what I mean? What is even going to match that blue? Maybe like the gold shades, but that's all. Last but not least, I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Leo. I feel like this is going to match perfectly to this eye, so let me zoom you in, hun. I'm just going to start by applying it straight from the tube, and then I'll go in with a brush in a second. And then just on top of that, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Milkshake. I do this all the time. I just love ombre lips, you know? I'm just going to put this in the middle and blend it out. And then lastly, to finish off the lips, I'm going in with the Too Faced Sweet Peach Fuzz Lip Gloss. I haven't used these before. Oh, that smells amazing. I'm just going to put a light coat over the top so you can still see what's happening underneath. Lastly, I'm just going to go in with the Skindinavia The Makeup Finishing Spray all over my face. So here we have the finished makeup look. As I said in my last video where I was reviewing Kylie's palettes, there's something in her eyeshadows that make my eyes so irritated. I have a massive chunk of eyeshadow that's completely gone now just because it's leaking so bad and it just feels really itchy and But overall, I would have to say that I personally wouldn't buy this palette if I wasn't reviewing it. That's pretty much the only reason I bought it, just because I feel like there's a few things missing with this palette. I feel like it needs a darker shade so you can really make a smoky look, because this is honestly like the darkest shade in here and I just don't think that's really good enough. But I don't know, there is some cool looks you could do. I feel like if you put this one in the crease, this one on the lid, it would look amazing. This color here is quite chalky, same with this one up here, but I don't know, same with every palette. There's always some good things about it, some bad things about it. I don't know. Yeah. Just not my cup of tea, but if you guys like these colors, I think it would be a great palette for you. So yeah, I really wish I did more of like a nudie lip more than like a purple, because I feel like it would go better with the eyes. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!